Gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you all to the Burgeo Help Committee's Who Wants to Win $50 to raise awareness against violence issues. We have 6 contestants this evening, and we wish them all the best of luck, and let's begin. Our first contestant is Freeman Han. Are you ready, Freeman?
Yeah.
Okay. First question for $1. Which of the following groups works to provide violence awareness in Burgeo? Ground Search and Rescue, Bridging the Gap Project, Help Committee, or ICT Project?
And what's that question worth again?
$1.
I'm going to say Help Committee.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
And the answer is number 3, the Help Committee. That is correct. You have now $1 in your bank, Mr. Han.
Okay.
Question number 2 for $2. According to statistics, who is more likely to become the bully? Boys, girls, teachers, or adults?
I said boys.
Is boys your final answer?
Yeah.
And that is the correct answer. Okay, the next question is for $5. What do we know about domestic violence? No family is immune. The majority of known abusers are male. Abuse tends to be repeated to escalate in severity, and it is a crime. Or 4, all of the above.
I'm going to go with all the above.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that is correct.
Right.
Question number 4 for $10. And you were aware that you can stop at any time, and you do have your lifelines that you can use, the phone a friend and the 50-50.
Is this $5 stop spot now that I can't get no less $5?
Is there a spot where...
You can't get no list for 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the bully's goal is to, 1, always humiliate or hurt someone who is weaker, get a laugh from his or her peers, prove how strong he or she is, or acquire some item from the victim, i.e. money.
I think I have to take 50-50 on this one.
We will eliminate 3 and 4, so the choices are always humiliate or hurt someone who is weaker, or get a laugh from his or her peers.
I think I'm going to have phone friend.
So you'd like to use your phone a friend. Who is it and what's their number, please?
This is Miss Grace Abbott. Her number is 862157.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Abbott.
Yes.
It's Ron Caldwell from Who Wants to Win $50.
Yes.
I have Freeman Han here, and he's got a question for you. We've narrowed it down to 2. He's used the 50-50. The question is, the bully's goal is to, 1, always humiliate or hurt someone who is weaker, or 2, get a laugh from his or her peers.
I'll say 1.
Do we have a percentage of surety on that?
No, it's a pure guess.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I believe you're guaranteed your $5, so, and Miss Abbott did say number 1, so.
Yeah, go Miss Abbott. I
And
know that she gets it.
For $10, the answer is always humiliate someone who is weaker.
Well, there you go, Miss Abbott.
So the answer was correct, and we can thank Miss Abbott for that. Okay, question number 5 for $20. And remember, you can always, you're out of lifelines now, but you can always stop at this amount or continue going. The elderly are most commonly abused by neighbors, spouses, family members, or home care workers? The elderly are most commonly abused by neighbors, spouses, family members, or home care workers.
Da-da. I'm going to say number 3. Well, I just can't know this $4, so I say
Is number 3 your final answer?
Yeah.
And the correct answer is number 3, family members. You're on a roll, Mr. Han. Okay, question number 6 for $25. Which one of the following statements is true? Violence most often occurs in lower income families. People who abuse are mentally ill. Alcohol causes abuse. Or abusers see nothing wrong with the controlling, punishing certain family members.
Where's next stop spot to?
I believe the $20 spot is this next stop spot. You're guaranteed the $20.
Okay, yeah.
You've got 2 more questions to 50. There's 25 and the $50 question, I believe. No, sorry, 25, 30. $20 is the stop spot. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
Okay, doke. Well, since I got no risk here, I'm going to go with number 3 again.
Number 3, alcohol causes abuse?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, the answer is number 4. Abusers see nothing wrong with controlling or punishing certain family members.
Ah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Han. You won $20. Congratulations. Don't walk away with your microphone on.
Oh.
Next contestant is Tyler Domine. He's looking confident about winning $50. We'll start off right away with question number 1 for $1. It's a bit of an icebreaker question. Which of the following factors contribute to abusive dating relationships? Peer pressure, inexperience, jealousy, or all of the above?
I'm going with all of the above.
And for $1, that is correct. All of the above. Question number 2 for $2. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a bully? 1, physically stronger. 2, dominant. 3, passive. Or 4, violent.
I'm going with number 3, passive.
And that is the correct answer. All of those others are traits of a bully. Physically stronger, dominant, and violent. Question number 3 for $5. If you win this, you're guaranteed to go home with that amount. What is an indicator of child sexual abuse? Sexually transmitted diseases, personality changes, seductive behavior from a young child, or all of the above?
Again, I'm going to have to go with all of the above.
And the correct answer is all of the above. You're guaranteed to take home $5 now. Our next question for $10. What forms of emotional abuse are not punishable under the criminal code? Are not punishable under the criminal code. When a partner is rude, insulting, and disrespectful to another. When remarks become violent or threatening. When remarks make a person fear for his or her safety, or uttering threats of death and bodily harm.
Number 1.
Number 1. And the answer is number 1, when a partner is rude, insulting, and disrespectful. Okay, question number 5 for $20. Which of the following is not a form of bullying? Threats, self-defense, exclusion, or assault?
Oh, I'm going to have pick number 2, self-defense.
That's your final answer?
Yes, sir.
And the answer is self-defense. Okay, you've got $20 now, guaranteed. Rolling right along. You still got 2 lifelines left. Question number 6 for $25. It is estimated that on a yearly basis in Canada, blank number of seniors are threatened with a knife or a gun?
Oh, I know this one for sure. You don't have to give me an answer for that.
1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or 3,000? And is your answer there? It's estimated that on a yearly basis in Canada, blank number of seniors are threatened with a knife or a gun. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, or 3,000?
I'll take 50-50.
We'll eliminate 1,000 and 3,000. So it's either 5,000 or 10,000.
Which one is eliminated again?
1 and 4 were eliminated. 1,000 and 3,000. So it's either 5,000 or 10,000.
5,000.
Is 5,000 your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Next question, number 7 for $30. What percentage of women report that being ridiculed by their abusive partners had the biggest impact on them? So what percentage of women report that being ridiculed by their abusive partners had the biggest impact on them? 0%, 72%, 99%, or none of the above?
I'm going to use my phone friend.
And your phone a friend is?
Milton Vetcher,
And his number?
2762.
2762.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Batcher.
Yes.
It's Ron Caldwell from Who Wants to Win $50.
Yes.
I have Tyler Dominy here, and he said you're his lifeline.
Okay.
We've got
So
a...
you guys on the here and now?
No, we're being taped.
All right.
We're just being taped.
Oh, okay.
His question is, what percentage of women report that being ridiculed by their abusive partners had the biggest impact on them? 0%, 72%, 99%, or none of the above?
Okay, try that again.
What percentage of women report that being ridiculed by their abusive partners had the biggest impact on them? 0%, 72%, 99%, or none of the above?
I'd say 72%.
And how sure are you on that? What percentage
I'm
was?
not real sure, but I would think it would be, a high number.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hey, he says 72%.
Oh, none of the numbers looks good to me. I busted it. I guaranteed 20, right?
Guaranteed 20. This one is for 30, I believe. So you have a chance of losing, well, the $5, because you have 25 now, but you'll be going back to 20 if you get this wrong.
I'll try none of the above. Gotta
None
go
of the
against Mr. Vetcher.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And if I told you you were wrong, what would you say the answer would be? Because you are wrong. Oh, sorry. The answer is 72%. He was correct.
That's 2.72% there. Oh,
No,
number two.
that's
okay,
number
right.
2. The answer
I
number
was
2,
right,
72%.
Ah, well.
Thank you very much, though. You've got $20. That's more than you come in with.
Sweating bullets.
You got an arrow there for some reason, Tim. Okay. Our next contestant is, are we ready, Rebecca? Our next contestant is Brock Batcher, and we will be starting off. Are you ready this evening?
Yep.
Okay. Question number 1. Who can help reduce bullying? Parents, teachers, peers, or all of the above?
All of the above.
All of the above. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Oh, we're quick on that. Question number 2 for $2. Who is required by law to report child abuse? Teachers, everyone, social workers, or the police?
Everyone.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Everyone is responsible for reporting child abuse. Question number 3 for $5. If you get this one correct, then you'll be guaranteed to keep that amount. What factors contribute to child abuse? Feelings of low self-esteem and lack of confidence? Lack of knowledge about child development or good parenting skills? Both 1 and 2? Or none of the above?
2.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
And that is correct. So you're guaranteed to take home $5. Question number 4 for $10. And you still have both your lifelines left. What is the name of the local regional women's shelter? Kirby House, Transition House, Parent House, or Maxwell House?
One. Kirby House.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The answer is Transition House, and it's located in Corner Brook. Our next contestant is Ingrid Strickland. Good evening.
Hi.
Our first question for $1. What are the types of elder abuse? Physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, or all of the above?
Elder abuse. Oh, man.
What are the types of elder abuse? Physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, or all of the above?
Oh, I'm afraid to get my first one wrong. Elder abuse. All of the above?
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. All of those forms of abuse do happen to elders. Question number 2. What is the first important step to stop bullying? 1, running away. 2, telling someone. 3, hitting the bully. Or 4, keeping it a secret. What is the first important step to stop bullying?
Telling someone.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Question number 3 for $5. If you win this, you're guaranteed to keep that amount. And you still have both of your lifelines. What is an indicator of child emotional abuse? Repeatedly telling your child he or she is bad? Withholding love and affection as a form of punishment? Too high expectations of achievement for your child? Or all of the above?
All of the above.
Final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Question number 4 for $10. Why do some kids not tell that they're being abused? They're afraid of the bully, they're too shy, they're confused, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct, all of the above. You have $10, the next one is worth $20, and if you get that amount, you're guaranteed to keep that. You can quit at any time, and you still have 2 lifelines left. When is violence against a bully a good way to stop bullying? 1, all of the time. 2, some of the time. 3, never. Or 4, most of the time. When is violence against a bully a good way to stop bullying? All of the time, some of the time, never, or most of the time?
Could I use my 50-50, please?
Okay, we will take away 2 and 4. So it's all of the time or never is the 2 answers.
Never.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. Okay, you guaranteed $20. Question number 6 for $25. We're getting close. Which of the following is not a normal characteristic of a victim of bullying? Not a normal characteristic. Anxiety, aggressive behavior, depression, or unhappiness? Which of the following is not a normal characteristic of a victim of bullying? Anxiety, aggressive behavior, depression, or unhappiness? You still have your phone a friend?
Not a normal characteristic. Aggressive behavior.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Now I have 25, and this one's for 30. You'll go back to 20 if you get it wrong, and you still have your one lifeline left to phone a friend. Which of the following does not normally play a role in a child being a bully? Does not normally play a role in a child being a bully. 1, family income. 2, genetics. 3, parenting skills. Or 4, mental health issues.
Um, Can I use my phone friend, please?
Yes, you could. And who's that?
Miss Tucker,
Miss Tucker, and her number is?
2786.
Hello?
Hello, is Mrs. Tucker there, please?
Speaking.
Hi, it's Ron Caldwell from Who Wants to Win $50.
Yes.
I have Ingrid Strickland here, and she's stuck on a question for $30,
Okay.
and she needs your help.
I'll try my best.
Okay, the question is, which of the following does not normally play a role in a child being a bully? Does not play a role. Family income,
Okay.
genetics,
Yeah.
parenting skills,
Yeah.
or mental health issues?
Okay. Which play a role?
Does not play a role. Which of the following does not play a role?
I say family income. And yeah, family income.
And how sure are you of that?
I'm not very sure as a guess, but educated guess better.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna go with Miss Tucker.
So the answer you're giving is number 1, family income?
You wait. Family does not normally play a role. Is either family income or genetics?
This is for 30. You'll go back to 20 if you get it wrong. You have 25.
Family. Yeah, well, I still get 20, so I'll go with family income.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. The answer is
I
genetics.
knew that. Oh!
Thank you very much.
I knew that.
Our next contestant is Jason Moran. Are you ready this evening?
Yep.
Okay, you're where you got 2 lifelines, phone a friend, and 50-50, and you got a chance to win $50. First question for $1. What are the risk factors of elder abuse? What are the risk factors of elder abuse? History of spousal abuse, family dynamics, troubled relative friends or neighbors, or all of the above?
I'm going to say 4, all above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. All of those are factors. Question number 2 for $2. What is not a reason why women stay in abusive relationships? Financial, advice from others, children, or they like the abuse? Which is not a reason why women stay in abusive relationships? These financial reasons, advice from others, children, or like the abuse?
4, like the abuse.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. No woman stays there because they like it. Question number 3. For $5, and if you win that, you're guaranteed to keep that amount. What are the indicators of elder abuse? Unexplained injuries, fear, depression or isolation, or all of the above?
4, all above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Question number 4 for $10. Which of the following statements is true about abuse? No family is immune. Abuse tends to be repeated and to escalate in severity. Women, children, and the elderly are most often victims, or all of the above?
4, all the above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Question number 5 for $20. And if you win that, you're guaranteed to keep that amount. And you still have both of your lifelines left. A peace bond is A, a criminal charge. 2, monitored by the police. 3, a court order stating that a person, the defendant, must keep the peace and be of good behavior to you, or 4, all of the above?
I'm going to say 4, all the above.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no, it's not. The answer is a court order stating that the person must keep the peace and be of good behavior towards you. But thank you very much. This is our last contestant, I believe, for the evening. And it's Mr. Paul Hare. Question number 1 for $1. Why don't women leave emotionally abusive relationships? Their experiences are minimized by others. Few options are available to them. Lack of affordable housing, or all of the above?
All above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Question number 2 for $2. Violence is whose responsibility? Police officers, everyone, clergy, or teachers?
Everyone.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Question number 3 for $5. If you are being bullied, what is the one thing you should not do? Tell an adult, ignore the bully, walk away, or fight back?
Fight back.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Question number 4 for $10. And by the way, you're guaranteed to keep the 5, and you still have both your lifelines. What category is not a violence-related crime? Murder, criminal harassment, uttering threats, or peace bond? What category is not a violence-related crime? Murder, criminal harassment, uttering threats, or peace bond?
50-50.
50-50? Okay, we'll get rid of 1 and 2 and leave uttering threats and peace bond.
No, I'll go peace bond.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Wait.
The peace bond may be the answer to some of these things, not murder, of course, but answer was peace bond. Question number 5 for $20. And if you get this, you're guaranteed that amount. How many wife assaults are not reported? More than 1/2, less than 1/2, 1/3, or 1/4? How many wife assaults are not reported? More than 1/2, less than 1/2, 1/3, or 1/4?
I'll go 1/4.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, it's more than 1/2. Thank you very much.
Anyway.
Guaranteed the $5, I believe. That was the $20 question. Okay, we have another contestant that just showed up at the studio. She was actually working behind the scenes and thought she'd give it a try. Megan Foote. So you're aware of the rules. You have 2 lifelines, 50-50 and phone a friend. And there's questions up to $50. Okay, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Our first question is, which would indicate that your teenager is abusive to you? 1, stays out late, spends too much time on the phone, damages your home, or refuses to help with chores?
Damages your home.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. Otherwise, most teenagers would be abusive. Question number 2 for $2. Emotional abuse can include 1, verbal abuse, 2, threats, 3, sexual assault, or 4, all of the above.
4, all of the above.
Final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Next question is for $5. If you get that, you're guaranteed to keep that amount. Love is not 1, responsibility, 2, jealousy, 3, commitment, or 4, friendship?
2, jealousy.
Final answer?
Yes.
And that is correct. Question number 4 for $10. The abuse of women with disabilities can cause which of the following physical results? Cause a woman with epilepsy to have a seizure, cause a woman with cerebral palsy to develop spasms, cause a woman with diabetes to go into insulin shock, or 4, all of the above?
4.
Final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. You now have $10, and The next one's worth 20. If you get that, you're guaranteed to keep it. You still have both of your lifelines left. What is the most common sign of medication abuse amongst the elderly? 1, unexplained injuries such as bruises. 2, low self-esteem. 3, reduced mental or physical activity and depression. Or 4, isolation. Most common sign of medication abuse amongst the elderly.
Can you use that 50-50, please?
Okay. We'll get rid of number 1 and 2. So reduced mental or physical activity and depression, or 4, isolation.
Can you use my phone a friend, please?
Sure. And that is?
Mr. Ed Batcher.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Vatcher.
Yes.
It's Ron Caldwell from Who Wants to Win $50.
How's Ron?
Not too bad.
This is good. This is good.
Now, I have Megan Foote here. She's got a question for you. She's
Okay.
used her 50-50, so it's narrowed down to 2 answers.
All right.
The question is, what is the most common sign of medication abuse amongst the elderly? 1 is reduced mental or physical activity and depression, and the other is isolation.
Say number 1 again.
Reduced mental or physical activity and depression.
And the other one is isolation.
Yes. Those are the most common signs of medication abuse amongst the elderly. No pressure, but this is for $20, and she's guaranteed to keep that amount if you get this right. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, exactly. It's a Ron. I owe for $20.
That's live on TV, so it's guaranteed now. No, it's not live. We're just being
Well,
taped.
I know it's isolation, but I'm leaning towards number 1 sounds so nice. I'm going to go with 1, Megan, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm going to go with number 1 to reduce mental physical activity.
Which is actually number 3. I told
Yeah,
him number
number
1 because
3.
that was the first one of the 2 that were left. But number 3, is that your
Yeah.
final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. So he can be thankful he doesn't have to dish the $20 out of his own pocket. And I don't know whether he'd have offered the same offer to Brock or not. Question number 6 for $25. Which of the following statements is not true? Number 1, abuse often worsens during pregnancy. 2, the more disabled a woman is, the less likely she is to be abused. 3, age has nothing to do with sexual abuse. Or 4, it is common for men to blame women for the violence. Which is not true. Abuse often worsens during pregnancy. 2, the more disabled a woman is, the less likely she is to be abused. 3, age has nothing to do with sexual abuse. Or 4, it is common for men to blame women for the violence.
Number 1.
And is that your final answer?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, the answer is the more disabled a woman is, the less likely she is to be abused. That is not true. Okay, thank you very much. So you got your $20. Okay, we're going to continue on. We had made up questions for 10 people, and only 7 showed up, so we drew the names, and 3 of them get to have another go at it to win some more money. And we'll start with Jason again. Question number 1 for $1. In emotional abuse, words do hurt. Which of the following words won't hurt a child? Worthless, stupid, cooperative, or ugly?
3, cooperative.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Question number 2 for $2. Children who are bullies tend to 1, have children who are bullies, be bullies as adults, have violent relationships, or all of the above.
And can I use my 50-50?
You sure can. We'll get rid of number 2 and 3, so it'll be have children who are bullies or all of the above.
Have children who are bullies.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's all of the above.
Aw.
Thank you. Okay, Freeman's back for another try. Question number 1 for $1. What should you do if you were sexually assaulted? 1, call the Rape Crisis Center. 2, tell a friend. 3, call the RCMP. Or 4, all of the above.
All of the above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Question number 2 for $2. What are the rights of the elderly? Protection, privacy, basic requirements of life, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct for $2. Question number 3 for $5. Family violence always involves 1, an abuse of power and betrayal of trust, male-female relationship, 3, none of the above, or 4, both A and B. Family violence always involves an abuse of power and betrayal of trust, male-female relationship, none of the above, or both A and B.
Give me 50-50.
Abuse of power and betrayal of trust, or male-female relationship.
Abusive, the first one.
Abuse of power and betrayal of trust?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Question number 4 for $10. You're guaranteed to keep the 5. Tactic of emotional abuse by an abuser is 1, to accuse a person of having an affair if they talk to someone of the opposite sex. Encourage a person to spend time with friends and family. Tell a person they look nice every once in a while. Or 4, none of the above.
Takes me a while to read question.
Yeah.
Tactic of emotional abuse by an abuser is none of the above?
Is that your final answer?
No. I'll say number 1.
Number 1, accuse the person of having an affair if they talk to someone of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
And that is correct. Aren't you glad I asked for your final answer?
Indeed.
Question number 5 for $20, and if you get this, you will be guaranteed to keep that amount, and you have 1 lifeline left. Which of the following statements is a myth about dating violence? 1, jealousy is a sign of love. 2, a drunk cannot control his or her actions. 3, the victim provoked the attack. Or 4, all of the above. Which of the following statements is a myth about dating violence? Jealousy is a sign of love. A drunk cannot control his or her actions. The victim provoked the attack. Or 4, all of the above.
I'm going to say number 1.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It's all of the above. All of those things are true. So none of them are a myth.
Oops.
But thank you very much. You're guaranteed your $5.
Yeah.
For our last set of questions, we have Brock back again. Question number 1 for $1. Emotional abuse is used by male partners to 1, control their female partner. 2, to demean their female partner. 3, harm or punish their female partner. Or 4, all of the above.
All of the above?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Question 2 for $2. Which is a helpful response to emotional abuse? Tell her that her partner is under stress or it is due to his alcohol or drug use. Suggest that she gets legal advice so she can know her rights. Tell her to be grateful that he is not hitting her. Or suggest that if she were more supportive towards her husband, the abuse would end. Which is a helpful response to emotional abuse? Which response is helpful to a person who is being emotionally abused? Tell her that her partner is under stress or it is due to his alcohol or drug use. Suggest that she get legal advice so she can know her rights. Tell her to be grateful that he's not hitting her, or suggest that if she were more supportive towards her husband, the abuse would end.
Or 2?
Final answer?
Yeah.
That's correct. You should always, that's always a helpful response in abusive situations, is to get help. Question number 3 for $5. How can you tell if a woman is being abused? Dental problems, soft tissue injuries to the mouth area. 2, perforated eardrum. 3, single or multiple bruising to any or all parts of the body. Or 4, all of the above.
All of the above.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Question number 4 for $10. You're guaranteed to keep the 5. What is the age group of the majority of date rape victims? 10 to 12, 15 to 25, 25 to 30, or 30 plus?
I'm going to go 50-50.
We'll say 15 to 25 or 25 to 30. What is the age group of the majority of date rape victims?
15 to 25.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Okay, question number 5 for $20. If you get this, you're guaranteed to keep it, and you still have 1 lifeline left. What is the date rape drug? Rohypnol, Viorinol, Lovenox, or none of the above?
I'll go with none of the above.
Final answer? No, I'm sorry, it's number 1, Rohypnol.
I'll take the 6. Oh, yeah, cool.
Thank you very much, Brock. Okay, that concludes our tonight's game of Who Wants to Win $50. I'd like to thank the contestants for coming up. A total of $105 was given away this evening, but more importantly, some information was given out about violence and abuse, and hopefully people will recognize the situation and either seek help for themselves or help their friends get help if they need it. Thank you very much.